Hi, my name is Kevin Johnson, your Suspender Mender. I want to discuss with you information that would be useful for me to know when I'm making your suspenders. I want to make sure that your straps are long enough to fit, but also have enough extra length to allow for adjustability so you can find your perfect fit. You'll need a tape measure and maybe somebody to help you. Make sure your pants are where you want them to be. And take the end of the tape measure and hold it to the top center of your pants in the back. And run it over your shoulder and mark where the tape measure crosses your pants in the front center. And I'm about a 44. So I recommend that you order the next size up on my website, which in this case would be a 48. This is my universal slide, well, it's not a slide adjuster, my universal back piece. And I call it universal because it allows me to make your suspenders either as an X back or as a Y back. And it also allows you to switch between those two styles once you get your suspenders. You may have noticed that I like to wear mine pretty high on my back. And I recommend that position because it'll keep your suspenders from sliding off your shoulders. But if you have an especially long torso, you may want it even longer. So I recommend that you, if you think that's the case, you measure the length of your torso. And to do that, again, just take the tape measure, hold it to the top of your pants in back, and mark with your finger the length at the base of your neck. And I'm about a 19, which is pretty average. But if you think you need a longer one, let me know. And don't worry if you don't want it that high, you can lower it. Just loosen your straps in the front and then tighten with the adjuster in the back, and I'll just do it with my hand. And that'll allow you to lower it. The final point I'd like to make you aware of is the length of strap in the back for the X back needs to be longer than the length of strap for the Y back. And if you can envision a right triangle here, you'll know that this segment, which is the hypotenuse, is longer than this segment. The ends also require more extra strap to finish compared to the Y back. And that overall length that's required will also depend on the distance between the belt loops in the back. So that's a useful piece of information you could provide me if you could, is that distance between the belt loops in the back, and then I can make sure I make this strap long enough. If you want to switch from the X back to the Y back, there's going to be quite a bit of excess strap here. Now you could cut that, trim it so that there isn't much excess here, but then you wouldn't be able to go back to the X back if you wanted to. So to get around this issue, what I do is I've been including a 40-inch length of just loose strap that you could use in case this one wasn't long enough, or you could use it to make a custom-sized Y back strap. We've covered 3 pieces of information that would be useful for me when I'm making your suspenders. The first was to measure the distance from the top of your pants in the back over your shoulder to the top of your pants in the front, and then select the next size up on my website. The second one was, if you have an extra long torso, measure the distance from the top of your pants in the back to the base of your neck. And the third is to measure the distance between your belt loops in the back that you'll be using for your X-back suspenders. Those pieces of information will give me the best chance of providing you with a pair of suspenders that fit and meet your needs. And if any time you have a question, don't hesitate to contact me at suspendermender@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to answer all your questions. And thank you for watching my video.